welcome to Christy's Stampin' Spot. So I've got a fun Halloween card to show you guys today using two fabulous sets. So let me go ahead and get started and move you down. Down. So I'm going to use the Magic in this night DSP. I'm going to use the Ghoulish Goodies Sam set. I love that kitty cat. And I'm going to use the Little Treats. I do love the saying in that Little Treats. So I don't know how many of you guys have some of this gorgeous paper. I absolutely love this Halloween paper. And so we're going to use a piece of that today. I'm actually going to use this one with, it's got the roses and it's so pretty. And it's Cajun Craze, which is kind of an interesting, I don't think of it as a fall colored, yes, but not usually a Halloween color. But we're going to use that today. And I love, love, love this DSP. It's so pretty. I was trying to see if I had that other piece, but I've been cutting it up because I love it so much. So pretty. Can you guys see that? Love it. Okay. And if you'd like it so much, you can always get some. It's still on sale. We have our DSP sale. Okay, so this is the card we're going to make today. Now I think I'm going to move the cat down, but I wasn't quite sure if I really wanted to move the cat down or not. I hadn't quite decided what I wanted to do. But I just made this card. I felt like I knew what I wanted to do for it, but I wasn't quite sure. I love this kitty cat and the spider webs and the flowers and then the little spider. And this is from the Ghoulish Goodies, which is a fun Halloween stamp set. It's not a trick, it's just a treat. Has this fabulous raven in the cage, bird cage. It has this lovely, these are like perfect for tags. A bat on a little tree limb. There's like a Dracula, and it has a good to the last bite, which is cute, and a pumpkin and a boo. And the kitty cat, I just love this kitty cat. And so we're going to use the kitty cat as our main focal point. And I'm actually going to use our shimmery crystal effects. And so we're going to do that really quickly. First, we're going to stamp first, usually before we build the card, because we need to let this dry. Because we're going to add it to their eyes and to his collar to give it like more depth. So that's pretty cool. And then I'm actually using shimmery white cardstock today instead of my regular Whisper White cardstock. Okay, so, and I'm using this fabulous web. I love this. Isn't this gorgeous? Metallic. It's metallic mesh ribbon. It looks kind of like spider web, although I've seen it. It looks really elegant in other ways, so you don't have to use it just for Halloween. Oh, hi, Anne. So I'm loving this. So we're gonna use a piece of that today to tie it, and we're just gonna I'm gonna double up my black stamp dimensionals so I can slide that under, and then we're just making it's cute on the inside, so we can see a little bit of this black, the DSP. We're going to use our Cajun Craze Stampin' Blend to add it to that black paper. So that's actually the other side of this. And then we're going to add some black with my blender pen, the dark blender pen. I'm going to add some black splotches on there. So anyway, this is today's card. All right, so it is basically this. You're going to cut the regular cardstock card front, and it's 5.5. But instead of the full 8.5, you're actually going to cut it at 7 3/4. So that leaves. So if you've already have your black card bases already made, you just want to cut off 3/4 off the front panel. So it's just like that. So you're going to open it up, and then you're going to cut your DSP to the DSP panel is 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. And that's going to go right here on the front like that. And then this piece. So usually if you were doing this, you could have cut, like you take it off the top of this. But if you cut your panels, if you already have your DSP cut, so it's like in the regular 4 1/4 by 5.5, you can just snip off that 3 1/4. But this is, and then trim this one down to what is it, 5 1/4. So you're going to take a fourth off. But this one we're going to put right here like this. And instead of leaving it white, we're going to color it with our Cajun Craze Stampin' Blends, which is pretty awesome. So we can add that color in. And then, so we have a much smaller inside piece that's going to go in here. And the inside, I think, oh, what did I do with my, I wrote it down. So I don't have all of my measurements up because I was actually creating this card right before we went on. Because I had an idea what I wanted to do, and then I changed my mind. So, oh, right, it's 3 1/8. 3 1/8, and it's by the 5 1/8, right? Is the inside. Yeah, 5 1/8 is what I have on here. Oh, I wrote it down right there, shimmery white. So I wrote down my measurements here instead of, I'll have this up on my website and on the TAMs so that you guys can print out the PDF to make it. But like I said, I just decided I wanted to make this card. So, and then I used my layers. So this one is actually, I used one of the squares from the layering squares, and then I used one of the scallop squares for my Cajun Craze. And then for the black, I actually just cut it. So this is what 2.5, I think this is 2 and, yeah. So I made my squares at my black squares. Yeah, 2 1/8 and 2 1/8. And then I have right here like 2 1/8 on my actual page here. So these are like 2. This is like yeah, 2. So it's almost like a 2-inch square. So I got it. Oh no, I guess it's 3 7/8 is this square. So if you don't have the layering squares, it's 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and then this one is 2 1/8. So I have it layered like that. And then this is the scalloped. And again, I use the layering squares, and it's a 2 1/4. So if you don't have a scallop and you just want to cut your Cajun Craze to go under it, it's just that. Yeah, it's, the 2 1/8. Isn't that cool? Oh, super cute. Anyway, so we're gonna layer it like that. All right. So first, let's actually stamp our kitty cat from the Ghoulish Goodies because I'm gonna want to let it. I'm going to use that shimmery paint stuff, so the shimmery crystal effects, which is actually a really great glue, but it does take a while, but it also hardens. Oh, it's fabulous. Okay, so let's get our kitty all inked up nice and black, and I just added more memento to my pad, and to make sure I get that nice and inked up. What? It seems like I've got something on here. So let me look. Oh no, it's just, ooh, look at him. He looks all calico. Okay, let's see. Let me ink him up good. All right, and then I'm just gonna, so he's a little bit off center because I'm gonna use the stamp for the spider too. Make sure you leave it a little bit, even though it's red rubber, so that it can soak in. There we go. There's our kitty. Let's clean that off. And then I'm going to use this one for our spider in the corner, just like that. And the spider is also from the Ghoulish Goodies stamp set. Isn't that a cute little spider? Okay, and then I'm going to use the dark, I'm going to use my dark Just Jade to add for the pendant here. My glasses. I'm going to use my dark for the pendant. And then I'm actually going to use my light jade for the kitty's eyes, just so that they're a little bit lighter underneath that glitter shimmery mist. And then I'm going to use my Cajun Craze dark for the collar, just like that. I was thinking about coloring his nose, the lighter Cajun Craze, but I wasn't brave enough to try it to see if I liked the way that looked with the Cajun Craze. So I'm just going to leave the kitty's nose white. And then I'm going to use my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to add some Wink to the kitty fur to give it more sparkle, even though it's actually on the sparkle paper. It already has some, but adding the Wink just to the fur. I'm going to do that first. Oh, I love this kitty. He's so cute. This, of course, will make a fabulous little tag. Okay, so I've got him nice and winked. So cute. And then I'm going to add the crystal effects. So the crystal effects, like I said, it can be used as glue. And then I need my, where did I do my tape and pick tool? I gotta make sure I have my paper piercer handy. So it comes out and you just don't want to be really fast with it. If it's a little bit scary how fast it comes out, you can always put it on a block and then just use your pick a tool to add it. But I'm just gonna add it to the spider, to the kitty's eyes. So I'm just gonna put it in the center of the eye. Then I'm gonna use my pick a tool to kind of spread it out, and then to his little medallion there. So then I'm going to use my pick a tool and kind of spread it so it kind of edges to the eyes. So I can show you guys. You guys see that? See how it has, so it like sticks out. Super cute. Oh, I love that stuff. Okay, and it'll make it shiny. But it does take a few minutes to dry. So you want to make sure you set that aside, and make sure you set it aside somewhere where you're not going to accidentally touch it. Because I can't tell you how many times I'll be making a project with it and then I forget, and I touch it and make it and smear it. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and build our card. So I've got a basic black cardstock, and I'm just going to make sure I burnish that. And like I said, it's just a regular card base that I've just taken off 3/4 off the front panel. And so when I open it up, I'm going to put this piece in. But before we put that piece in, we want to color it. So I'm going to use my Cajun Craze. I'm going to use the dark. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Right? You don't have to worry about staying in the lines. I'm just going to draw on the white lines here. I'm just going to use my Cajun Craze marker. Blend, not my stamp, right? Blend. You could probably use your marker too to add the ink. I just love the blends. This way it doesn't have the white streaks. It has the Cajun Craze to try to pull in that fun color. And this is the other side of that DSP. So I'm just adding that. Super fun. Love. There we go. Muy bien. Okay, and then we're going to use glue. Oh, hi, Karen. I'm going to use glue and add it to the card base. And this is going to go flush. So I'm just going to put it all the way to the edge and to the edge. So usually I cut down my DSP, but for this one, I'm going all the way. Now, if you don't like this little edge right here, I really like that. You can always, if you don't want this, you want this to be the same as that, you can, of course, always make sure that's 5 1/8 instead of 5 1/2. There, if you like that. I like. Awesome. Okay. So it's going to fit just like that. So just make sure you get that on there. Oops. Turn it over to make sure you've got it on straight. So it's completely flush. Just like that, okay? Oh, I don't need to put that away. And then I'm going to add my pretty DSP. They're pretty. So if you guys taking a good look, it's got the flowers and it's got spider webs. Oh, it's so pretty. It's in a very adult, it's not very cartoonish, I guess. Sometimes the Halloween DSP can be kind of cartoonish, but this one's a little bit more adult. It's so pretty, very elegant, Victorian maybe. And just put that in there. So that's centered on there. And I of course got glue all over me because it's me. I always get glue everywhere. Just like that. Yay! Okay. So there we go. There's our card base. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and so we can go ahead and let's put our inside in. Before we do that, let's stamp it. So I'm actually using, I love this Happy Halloween. It's actually from the Little Treats, which I love too. I've used this spider and the die cut from this spider so much this Halloween. I love it. It's a super cute set for all kinds of occasions, but it has this happy, happy Halloween with that really pretty script. So I'm going to use that on my inside. Again, I'm using that shimmery black paper. Oh, so pretty. Okay, let's clean that off. And I'm going to add another spider. This time I'll put it in this corner. Just like that. And then I went ahead and cut. So I cut a piece of my DSP. I had like a strip left over. And you don't always have to like cut up your DSP. If you have strips left over, just use what you have. So this one was the 5 1/8. And I just cut one piece at the 5 1/2. And then the other piece is bigger. It's a little bit bigger. It'll go on the back. So it's a bit longer, but this way it's on the smaller and it fits really nice on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and then I'm going to use my black. So you could use it this way if you wanted to color it and have it this, but I like this piece of DSP better. Add that to my inside, just like that. Oh, so pretty. And then I'm going to take my black, my dark basic black, my Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to add some black, some splotches. That's very Halloweeny. Then you can still write on it and still see, but it does make it a little bit more spooky. So instead of like messing the edges up, this time I wanted to do the splotches. And then I'm going to just add it to my card. Just like that. Try to get it in there even. Muy bien. So that's our inside. So that's super easy. Okay, so that my kitty cat. Oh, I'll make sure I don't put it on my squash it again. So I've got these pieces. So I'm actually going to put. I'm going to glue this piece down. So I think this time I'm going to move my my kitty down just a little bit, so it's more in the center. So you can see what one looks like when it's up high, and then I'll do one up. I love it up in the high, but I'm going to do this one in the center. So I'm just going to add the glue to one side of my Cajun Craze scalloped square, and then I'm just going to add it to my card front. So if you, it's not exactly flush. It's almost flush, but not exactly flush. So you can see just a little bit of the edge of the other color on the other side. You can make it completely flush. I kind of like it to be a little bit off, just like that. So I'm adding the glue. So pretty. Okay, and then we're going to add the square on top. But we want to make sure that we have plenty of this fabulous ribbon to make your bow. So go ahead and make your bow. I think I might have cut this one too short. Yep, I had the other one and I cut it too short. So let me see. This was a scrap that I had from another project. So you need to have it. So when you cut your ribbon, let's see how much long it needs to be. Really need it to be about, what is that? I would say probably need about 15 inches so that you can tie a good bow. I want to try that before I put that on. Make sure I get a good amount. So it's just a little bit more before I cut it off the spool. Works out nice. This is actually, it's not, it looks like it might be really hard to use this ribbon, but it's not. It's actually kind of soft. It's really actually a lovely texture. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to do this first is I'm going to fold it in a little bit so it's a little bit more square. Oops. And I'm going to actually build this on top of it like this. So it's much easier to do it before you add your squares than afterwards, because it's hard to get it through there. But I'm actually going to add two, because this is kind of a bulky ribbon. I'm actually going to add, usually I would build it before I would do this, but because I'm waiting for my whatever this is, the crystal effects to dry, I'm going to just do it this way. And now I'm going to actually put I'm just going to put a small one on top. You don't have to, you can just do the other one. I just have a lot of these little bitty mini ones. I just needed it to be fat. And they're pretty much the same width. So anyway, there we go. And so then I'm going to add this to this. You want to make sure your ribbon's over or underneath of it first, because it is hard to get it underneath on this little thing, and then just add it. Just like that. Sweet. Now, hopefully, let's add the back on while we're still letting that dry. And so I have this other lovely piece. Add on my back. Oh, it's super quick, right? Super cute though. So it's kind of a fun fold, but not like complicated fun fold. Not pretty. Oh, if you've got too much bow, you can always cut it down, but it's always better to cut it down than make it much bigger. So there you go, is our inside. And now we can add our kitty on the front. Like hopefully got it nice and dry. And I'm going to add. So I'm not going to set this down. Usually I'll set it down. I'm so afraid I'm going to squish his eyes until it's completely dry. And it does take a while for your for that to dry. It's really awesome, but the shimmer, especially, it seems like feels like I have a little bit of humidity in the air. We had our temperature change where it was super hot last week, and then it got super cold. It's pretty cold this morning. Actually, the last couple mornings we've had, it's been almost freezing. I gotta put this stuff on it. Oh, did you guys see how his little eyes? Oh, pop, so cute. And the little spider. So I'm just gonna put that on there, just like that. Muy bien. Isn't that super cute? All right, so this is a cute Halloween. Now this is a great card sketch for, you can do it with any holiday or birthday, because it's a great easy way to use both sides of your DSP, which we have such gorgeous DSP. It's always fun to see it all. You don't need to have that big of a bow, especially if you're going to mail it. You can do a smaller bow. This one's got a smaller one on it. It's with a small bow. Yay! Isn't that cute? I was using my shimmery, you can get this as in the annual catalog, the shimmery crystal effects to put on the turtle shell from that one DSP because it makes it hard and so super cute. Okay, so there you go. So here's one at the top, and then here's one at the bottom. Isn't that pretty? I love, love, love. Now you can, of course, if you want more sparkle, you can always add some, let me get out my rhinestones. I don't think those ones would match. I like the black rhinestones. I get out my black some rhinestones, and I have my black. Since I have my black Stampin' Blend out, we can just add, go. You can add some bling to the front, which is always awesome. Love adding bling to our card. So just randomly, add a little bit of bling. Let's see, do I want to put it on there? I don't really. I just want to put it on here. Ah! Go ahead, since I did it on that side, I might as well do it on this side too. Just like that. So now we've added a little bit of bling too to the front, which is always awesome. So I hope you enjoyed today's super cute and quick Halloween card. If you got some of this DSP, this is one of those cards you can quickly make up to give out. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Love, love, love. Love the Happy Halloween from that Treats. And that Super Treats, Little Treats uh, has the little, makes the little treat box that is so super cute. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed today's card.